Welcome to Young and Finch, the podcast made by Korean millennials. Today's episode will be the first segment of a new series, Bap For Thought. What's going on, everybody? My name is Brian. I hope everyone had a safe and amazing week. Today we got a special one. This segment is called Bap For Thought, and for those who don't know what bap is, it basically means rice or a bowl of rice in Korean. It essentially translates to rice for thought, which can be translated to food for thought. So these episodes are going to be an ongoing series where the three of us come up with two different questions about anything we want without telling each other in advance. So with that being said, let's jump into the first question. Alright, so the first question I have for you guys is, are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What do you think the world will look like in 50 years?
Oh.
In 50 years.
Let me give you guys some context about what's happening right now in 2020.
Okay.
Alright, so we got artificial intelligence, we got self-driving / self-parking cars, and the concept of physical money is disappearing. It's everything is all going digital. Right? We got Amazon, we got the internet, things are getting better. And one of the things that I heard on a podcast recently, the Joe Rogan podcast, he had Elon Musk on it as a guest. He was talking about this project that they're working on. Have you guys heard of Neuralink?
Of course.
I have not. Can you explain it?
So basically, he was saying that they're going to develop like this chip that's going to be inserted into your brain. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to, I guess, essentially just elevate the quality of your life. You know, you get less health problems. You're much smarter. You're more, it just kind of boosts your cognitive function. One thing that I guess Joe Rogan talked about was that people aren't going to communicate in the future because we'll just kind of communicate, like robots. Like there's actually no physical like mouth moving. We'll just kind of pick up, I don't know, some kind of vibrations or
like brain signals.
Yeah, brain signals. And I guess I thought about it. It's kind of like when we're driving, when we turn on the right hand signal and people automatically, people think that we're going to make the right turn without actually physically communicating. You guys get what I mean?
Yeah.
And, the advancement of technology was it's so crazy, even just 30 years ago, looking back at when your parents were, in their 20s or whatever. And that hasn't even been that long ago. I say that was like 30 years ago, which is quite insane. But nowadays, technology is so prevalent. Kids always want the latest tech. They grew up with technology. Like I didn't have my phone until I was in high school. But nowadays, kids get cell phones when they're, like grade 5, grade 6. So what do you guys think? What do you think the world will look like in 50 years? And I guess 50 years from now would be 2070.
2070. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think, like you said, Brian, even 15 years ago, the kids that in our age used to just go out and play basketball or used to play computer games that are MapleStory. That's very, old-fashioned, I would say, compared to the games that we see now. Right? It was I would say it's a much more simpler time. And that was just 15 years ago, right? If you go back like 15 years further from that, so like 30 years from now, you can see how rapid technology has taken us.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's an exponential rate of how technology is advancing each year. So like in 50 years, it might look completely different from from today, right? So I think, like you said, the self-driving cars, self-driving trucks, they're all going to be, I think, implemented by not even in 50 years, maybe in like 5 years.
I think so too, yeah.
I think a lot of the jobs that we have today are going to be automated by robots, AI.
Yeah, that's already happening. Yeah.
Right. Another example that I could think of is, the McDonald's kiosks, right?
Yeah.
That takes orders for you.
Yeah.
Right. So I think a lot of the blue collar, it's called blue collar, right?
Like
Not
the
white collar.
more labor jobs.
So obviously, I think in 50 years, a lot of the blue collar jobs will be replaced by robots. But at the same time, the world kind of operates whether, people like it or not kind of thing. So there's going to be new jobs relating to robot. There's going to be a need for people to fix robots, make the robots, program the robots. So I think a lot of the job aspects is going to change over the years. That's more of a serious answer, but kind of going out of the serious bubble. Maybe we'll see some flying cars.
That'd be crazy.
Like Back to the Future. We'll actually see it. And it was funny because in the movie Back to the Future, it was supposed to be 2012, 2014.
It's like right
I
now.
forgot when the movie was portraying their future. And then they said they had flying cars in the movie. I'm like, what the? There's nothing like that right now. But I don't really see anything like futuristics in 50 years, right? Like aliens, or like maybe we will find a way to inhabit Mars.
Ooh.
Maybe that'll be a big breakthrough. But I don't see anything like, in the movies where robots take over the world.
Have you watched the movie iRobot? Or have you guys watched that movie iRobot?
Yeah, stuff like that. Or like the movie with, I forgot what it's called. Anyways, yeah, I don't think robots are gonna take over the world. I think humans are still smarter. But you never know. That's my 2 cents.
Mm-hmm. Never know.
Interesting.
How about you, Josh?
50 years. 50 years. I mean, I think you guys touched on more of the technological advancements that you guys think would happen in 50 years. I agree. Obviously, technology has been increasing at an exponential rate. So I definitely think that self-driving cars, I'm hoping the infrastructure set up for automated driving will be better. Will be fully set up, so that like everyone's driving automated cars, the cars are communicating with each other, and then, hopefully it's a much safer, a much safer experience to drive. But technology aside, I think in 50 years, I think the world is going to be a much grayer place, especially the way things are going with the environment. I think,
Wait, did you say greater or grayer?
Grayer, like
grayer.
Lack of color.
Like in between white and black.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, Andrew.
But I'm not a rapper.
Yeah, I think it'll be grayer for sure. Think about the way that the environment is going right now, right? How much of how many species are we losing of animals, of wildlife, of plants,
the resources,
the waters, we're losing so many species in the ocean, all the reefs. If you look at the photos of the reefs from like now versus, 50 years ago to like even further back, it's a completely different spectrum. Everything's white now, there's no color in the reefs at all. And I think that the trash that we're producing as people, and we're not taking care of that. That's one thing that we're not dealing with right now. And in 50 years, that's going to show, I think. So all that's going to end up in natural habitats. That's going to end up in the third world countries, I think in 50 years, the world's going to be like the disparity between high class and the poor people will be even bigger, I think, especially if things keep going the way things are going right now. And I'm hoping that we have flying cars, dude. That'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, I just have one thing to add to Josh's point about the world being grayer. I think once we get to that point where we have to kind of focus on planet Earth and all that's like toxic, not toxic, all it's like pollution and like pollution pretty much, right? And I think we will act accordingly when the time comes. You know what I'm saying?
But the time is now. We should be working on that now.
What I mean by
putting more resources into that now.
Right. But I think if it gets more serious, at a point where people are acknowledging it more. Because right now, not a lot. It's like half and half, right?
No. Well, you mean in terms of like the people's reaction to it?
Yeah. What I mean by, yeah. It's like for me, I don't see it as an emergency at the moment.
Oh, man.
But that's what I'm saying. In the future, maybe there's cases or news out there in the world where it might bring to my attention where I need to put more focus into it, then a lot of people will think the same. I'm just saying that a lot of people aren't thinking that it's a big issue right now, in my opinion.
I agree. And I think that's the problem.
Yeah, it's a problem for sure. I agree. But I also believe that in the future, when the time comes and when something more serious happens, then I think a lot of people will change their minds and, act upon it. But, you never know. So, Brian, what do you think? Can you answer your question?
Well, I think technology and all these advancements are, all these things have its benefits, pros and cons with every situation. But I guess it depends on what you do with it and how you use it. Like, even 30 years ago, we have all these different medical, advancements like knee replacement, hip replacements that, changing people's lives with all these technologies. But on the other hand, nowadays kids are always on their phone. They're not talking to each other. They're not going out. Obese rate is going up and things like that. So there's I guess there's both sides to a coin. But I guess for me, my conclusion is you can't resist or you can't stop the transition. So the best thing for you to do is to just go with the flow. Why fight against what's happening? The world is going to keep getting better. The world is going to keep producing new things, better things. So as long as you're smart about it, and as long as you don't get consumed, and as long as you keep the principal things in life, and you don't lose that touch, I think you can use technology to your benefit and improve your life. That's certainly what I'm doing. Like, there's so many resources out there that I could just hop on the internet and just Google and have like an answer right away. Like we're
facts.
Like we're the only generation that can. It's so easy for us to learn anything. Like Andrew, for you're learning how to code on the internet.
Wow.
Right? It's like we're learning how to do this podcast over the internet. Like, it's like we have all these resources available on the internet. So I think, why, as long as you're smart with, what you're doing and like what you're consuming into your mind, then I don't see, I think the world is eventually going to be better.
Yeah. So second question is from me. If you had all the knowledge now, what would you choose between getting $100 million at this moment now, no cap, or you get the option to go back to your first year with all the knowledge that you have?
Mm-hmm.
And
first year of university?
Yeah, first year university.
Okay.
Right? And all the world events that happened. So let's say most recently the Dodgers won, right?
Yeah.
Once you live up to the same age that you're at right now, you could only make 110 million. But at this point in time now, you could make more in the future, obviously. So it's basically comparing 100 million versus 110 million plus reliving your youth.
But isn't that better then to relive your youth?
But the risk is you don't get to make 110 million.
Oh, that's no question. I would definitely take the 100 million now. I think I'm the type where when I look back at my university, I think it's more so because of university. I look back at it fondly and man, no regrets. I did what I wanted to do. I partied it up. I feel like I experienced, a pretty good amount. So I'm pretty happy with my university experience. But with 100 million now, put that all into real estate, put that all into investments, grow that. That's a generational inheritance, right? For my next 50 generations, like we're all good. So easy answer for me. I'll take the 100 million now. What about you, Brian?
I would go back.
Really?
Yeah, I would go back.
Why?
Because I think with the knowledge that I have now, I think I'm more aware of like what I want to do with my life. So I think I'm more, it's okay to like just kind of restart and, you know, let's say, for example, pick a program that I'm actually interested in and things like that, and kind of build your career. And you have more resources available this time, right? So, you know, like the people that you want to associate with, you know, like what you want to do every day. And like you've had your, you know, first experience of you working in the university, and you know what worked out and what didn't work out. So this is like another opportunity for you to just kind of relive that and make it even better, you know. So it's like you don't really get a second chance at life, but I guess in this case you do. And you get an opportunity to make $110 million. Easy money, bro. Like you know what championship, like who the NBA champions were in 2010. Like you just bet all your money, you make like $200 million right there.
Right.
Nah, bro, you're capped off at 110.
Well, I guess in both scenarios, like money is really not an issue.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess, what you want with your life and, you know, things like that. I mean, I wouldn't trade my youth for anything too. I think those are your prime years to do anything and get away with shit.
True.
Yeah. What about you, Andrew?
Yeah, for me, I think I would stick by Brian's answer. Because 110 million, I don't think the question here is about the money, because like in the top of my head, I could name the past 10, you know, NBA championships. I could name the past 10 MLB championships, right? So if I took out loans, right, and just all in on who won at each championships or each game.
Wait, why does it have to be sports betting though?
I'm just saying.
Andrew's just hooked right now.
It doesn't have to be sports betting, but I'm just saying that's,
in
my opinion, the most easiest way to, you know, cash out.
True. Yeah.
Right. Fastest. Yeah. Or it could be stocks too, right?
Yeah.
I think if you said like back to 2008, I would have chosen the other answer, because then I definitely would have.
No, but you don't have money.
Capitalized.
You're in grade 8. How are you gonna invest?
Well, no, you be smart about it, you know.
Bro, imagine knowing what you know now in grade 8. Bro, you'll like traumatize other kids.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, so to my point, I don't think the money's the issue, because I think it's easy. It would be easy if you know everything.
Yeah.
And what would happen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the option to, like Brian said, go back and study something that you want to do, or do something that you want to do, right?
True.
Or like, I think there's so much more freedom, and just the option to reliving your youth is much more valuable than, you know, having that safety of 100 million, because again, money you could always earn if you have the knowledge.
Big facts.
Yeah. My question's a little bit more lighthearted, I guess. I guess in light of everything that's going on, this question is not applicable, but if you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go? But the catch is you can only bring one backpack, and you can fit as much as you can in that one backpack. Where would you go? What would you bring? Now, the conditions are there are no limits on money. There are no limits on duration. And you can assume that you have your essentials, like your passport, toiletries, phone, wallet, like that's all covered. It's just everything else. So where would you go? What would you pack?
Money is not an issue?
Let's say no, money's not an issue. You can go anywhere in the world for as long as you want, but you can only pack a backpack.
So you can't buy clothes there.
Well, you can, but you can only fit a backpack.
Well, if I have all the money, I could just buy clothes there.
No, but that's not the... Yeah, but you can buy the clothes. In terms of what you can carry around with you and travel, it's only one backpack. And it's only one country, right? You're not traveling around.
I would say I want to go all across Europe. Do like a little backpacking journey.
One country.
One country.
Oh, one country? Oh, man.
Yeah, one country.
Well, right now, my bucket list is to go to Spain.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I guess my ex was a Spanish, so I have a lot of inference from that.
Ay, caliente.
And my sister and my brother-in-law also went to Spain last year and did like a road trip. Like they rented out a car and just kind of drove all around Spain.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that sounds, and like I saw their pictures and it's such a vibe. And Spain is, they're so rich in culture. They're so like passionate about life. Everyone is just relaxed.
So you want that Spanish passion, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have a lot to offer. What, you guys don't like Spain or what?
No, I'm kidding. I'm down, dude.
Josh is being stupid.
Spain's a beautiful country, and their food, yo, I'm down for some paella.
Food.
Send that paella.
I'm down for some tapas.
Oh shit, I'm down.
Yeah, I'll probably go to Spain.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I think I would go to. So the conditions are backpack, and I get to stay there for as long as I want.
Oh wait, no. Wait, Brian, what would you pack though in your backpack?
What would I pack in my backpack?
Yeah.
Pack
What would
in
you
your
pack in your
backpack.
backpack? What would you pack in your backpack back? Sorry.
I would.
What would you pack in your backpack? Appa cookie pack.
Sorry.
I mean, you guys know I already went on like a little backpacking trip to Southeast Asia. Because the thing is, you gotta have a big ass backpack and you have to carry it wherever you go. So it's better to pack light and pack only the essential.
True.
And just kind of like do laundry like wherever you go, like, but like just like reuse the clothes that you've been wearing.
Yeah.
But like the point of these trips are not to, get like a nice candid Instagram photos. You're there to just kind of emerge in the culture and meet new people and, just dive into the experience of living overseas, right?
Facts.
So for me, it's like, if I want to go to a place where I want to take like nice Instagram photos, then, you should bring like a big ass luggage, but
you can't. So what are you packing in your backpack,
okay.
Brian?
So I mean, you need your clothes.
Cute, bro.
You need your clothes. You need just
I
clothes.
need details, bro.
You just need clothes.
It's a medium-sized backpack. I need details, bro.
I would bring my laptop
Yes.
and my camera. I would definitely. I mean,
What about that Spanish passion?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you can never be,
Too safe.
Yeah, too safe. Yeah. I would bring my laptop. I would bring like my phone and just record everything. I think making like a vlog would be kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of vlog wherever you go. That's it. I just need my clothes, my passport, my laptop, my phone, and I'm good.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something you guys have, but I don't really see the need for anything else.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go to North York. So
there's a place called Young and Finch. You should check it out.
So the condition. Let me reiterate questions.
Sure.
So one backpack, I could stay as long as I want,
Mm-hmm.
and money is not an issue.
Yep.
So I'm not really a guy that likes to travel. I'm not really interested in, immersing myself into cultures. So if I had the option to go to a country, money's not an issue, I could buy clothes there, I think I would just go to Korea or Japan.
Wait, what was your first answer?
Korea
or Japan.
Korea or Japan? 역시 Korean boy.
Because, like I said, I'm not really into the traveling aspect. I'm more into meeting people, partying it up. Well, not so much partying it up, just meeting people, I guess, in general.
Yeah.
And just, living the nightlife of a country.
But why Korea though?
Because Korea is lit.
That's true.
and it's like back to our episode 3, living as a Korean Canadian in Canada.
Make sure to check that out.
So just living within a country that are the same race as you, same nationality would be pretty interesting because I haven't lived more than a month. Well, prior to me being 6, I guess I lived there, but after that, I haven't lived there more than a month. So I think it would be interesting to see how it would be just living there as a, permanent resident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really relatable to me because I don't really like traveling, and it's kind of hard
Would you bring a condom?
hard for me
That's
to
fair.
answer. I could just buy it there.
Oh.
No,
But then
he opens
Canadian
his
condoms
backpack,
are-
it's only condoms.
That's cap, like Colin.
Just like piles on the floor as soon as you open it.
And I said that joke twice already. This guy's running
It's
out
a
of
punchline.
content.
All right. What's the answer, Josh? Where are you going?
No, solid answers. I like that it's a little diverse, Brian wants to immerse himself. Andrew wants to go clubbing. All good, different strokes for different folks.
Mhm.
I chose Greece because that's on my bucket list. I think it's a beautiful country.
Yeah.
It's very warm. It's by the water,
Yeah.
so I don't need to pack a lot of stuff. I put a lot of thought into my packing. So in my backpack, it would be 10 underwear,
Okay.
10 white t-shirts,
Uh-huh.
1 pair of linen pants, 1 pair of swim shorts, my laptop, sunglasses, and runners. That's all I need. And I'll just recycle those t-shirts, pair of pants, wash
Wait,
them
did you
once a
say
week or
10 white
something.
t-shirts?
10 white t-shirts,
Okay.
10 underwears. And that's it.
So you're going
I'm set.
minimalistic in a way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're at a country like that, right? It's
Yeah.
just like, why even stress about what you're going to wear? Just put on a t-shirt, put on your sunglasses, and go out there,
Yeah.
So basically, same color T-shirt.
What?
Nice.
Never mind, cut that out. You don't know the joke? You don't
No,
know the
I got
song?
it.
I don't know
I
that.
got it. I got it. Mama told me.
Ah.
I got you, bro. I got you.
True.
All right. Sick. Nice. Short and sweet question.
All right, Brian. What's the next question?
All right. So the second question I have is, if you guys could share a meal with 3 any individuals, who would they be?
Is this it's any meal?
Yeah, just like at a dinner table.
So it's dinner.
Yeah, let's say dinner. Let's say dinner
And-
on a...
Does it have to be fictional or non-fictional
It could be anything.
people?
It could be anything.
Dead or alive?
So for me, the 3 I have is Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Barack Obama,
Oh, shit.
and then my grandpa. Because for Kobe,
Damn.
he was my idol growing up,
Yeah.
and I literally watched so many Lakers games when I was in high school, and these games would be at 10:30 at nighttime, but I would still stay up till 2 o'clock to watch them.
Oh.
And the one thing that I really loved about Kobe, obviously, is the Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
And he was known to be a killer on the court, an assassin. He wanted to dominate, every time he stepped on the floor. And when he was off the floor, he was a great family man. He loved his family. He loved his daughters. And that mentality also carried over after his retirement. He was a great businessman. He won the Oscar. So he was essentially what you can call as a winner of life. And I just want to dive into what he was thinking, how what influenced him and why he was thinking like that and things like that.
Yeah.
His passion and what drove him to want to achieve all those things. And the second person was President Obama. And he's the first president, he's the first black president in the United States. And we're all aware of the racism and all the violence that's happening in America. So I just want to know about his life growing up, and also who influenced his life, his role models, and also how he went through 8 years of president in America. If you think about it, isn't that crazy? Right?
Yeah, that's nuts.
That came a long way. And he's a great family guy. He's well respected, very charismatic, and I think I definitely want to just kind of pick at his brains. And lastly, I have my grandpa, and my grandpa just passed away a few months ago. Not because of corona, but he had cancer. So I immigrated to Canada when I was 8 years old. So I didn't see my Korean family relatives as much as I was when I was in Korea. And I remember all the time spent with my grandpa when I was little before coming to Canada. And I wish I just got to know him more, like as I grew older, as I, hit puberty, and I just kind of became, my own person, and just kind of talked to him. And my grandpa was also a very like successful, like businessman in Korea when Korea was just starting, to pick up after the war. You know how Korea was dirt poor, like in the 1950s and 60s?
Yeah.
Like my grandpa did something to, become really successful in Korea. So I don't know. I just want to chat it up with him over like a bottle of soju.
Pour up.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Wait, what did he do?
So he was like a restaurant owner. From what I know, I don't know the full details either. But I guess that restaurant did really well, and then I don't know. That's what my mom told me.
Shit, that's sick though.
Yeah. So who's your three?
Damn.
Who's your three, Andrew?
Wait, no, but what would you eat? What would be your meal of choice?
I would love to show Kobe and President Obama some Korean food.
Hey, yes, sir.
Yeah, like a Korean barbecue with some soju. Like, bro, I'll make a little sam, like put it in Kobe's mouth, put it in President Obama's mouth. Yeah, those are three, I say, role models that influenced my life.
Well, I have one that I could think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
Maybe not three.
Okay.
But I've been I've been listening to Dax a lot, the rapper. He did covers on a lot of tracks. So he did a cover for What's Poppin', the remix version. He did a cover for Godzilla, the Eminem song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With his own lyrics, right? And some of his wordplays and his punchlines.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how does he think of that, right?
What does he say?
So I really want to talk.
What's a line? Do you remember any lines?
So yeah, he said one line was 2 guns in my pockets, and he says CDs, like CDs.
Uh-huh.
He's like, you better Walkman.
Bars.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
That's
like
heat.
that's like just one.
Yeah.
Like every line that he spits is a bar in that song. I can show you guys after, but
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, like how do people think of something so creative and make it sound so good?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to just see how how his brain processes and how he comes up with these lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like if I sit on a table, I don't think I would be able to like come up with anything remotely close.
Yeah.
And another person that just came up would be someone that is like really good at programming, but I don't know anyone that's like super smart. These
Mark
are all
Zuckerberg.
related to things that I'm doing at the present moment, so it might change like a month from now.
You're
Right.
rapping?
No, I'm not rapping. I'm just listening to it. But it's like I'm immersed into it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Mark Zuckerberg. I think he would be pretty interesting to see how he built Facebook
Yeah.
and what he did to learn with no resources at that time.
Yeah.
How he learned, because it's a lot. I'm sure it would be a lot easier for him if he started it now.
True.
Yeah. So what would you eat?
I would probably eat some 돼지국밥. Sorry,
Oh.
it's just what I'm craving right now.
Wait, so for those non-Koreans, what is 돼지국밥?
It basically translates to pig soup, rice.
soup.
Pig
Yeah.
It's like
intestine.
broth with rice, and there's like intestine. It sounds really nasty, but it's really good.
but it's
Sounds
really
good to me. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really tough question. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. This
I don't have anything that's like set in stone that
That's
I can
fine.
refer to.
I mean, if those things
At
pop
any
in your
point in
head,
time.
just say it. Whatever.
No, but I'm saying it could change in a month because that's just what I'm into right now.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
you're saying in a month you're not gonna want to eat dinner with Dax? Fuck,
Probably
dude.
not. Sorry.
Sorry, Dax.
Sorry, Dax. No 돼지국밥 for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know Dax
Alright.
is Canadian.
Oh, is he?
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
I didn't know that. Shit.
All right, Jay.
I would off the top, I think I would want to eat dinner with people that would provide stimulating conversation similar to what Andrew said, I think I would choose people that align with, my personal interests. One of my favorite artists growing up was actually Pablo Picasso, and I've read some of his biographies. I know that he's had quite an interesting life, a lot of women, a lot of parties, and a lot of interesting aspects in his childhood and growing up, and to be such a pivotal piece in terms of modern art history. I think that there was an immense amount of pressure on him in terms of people's expectations, as well as the type of work that he had to produce. And I think that was super interesting. But also, again, going back to the fact that he partied a lot, I think that'd be a good time. So first one would be Pablo Picasso.
Wait, is this Picasso like the artist?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a party guy.
Well, I don't know about party guy, but he had a pretty notorious life. He was like a womanizer.
I almost forgot about that artistic side of yours, Josh.
What artistic side?
Like you like painting and things like that.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
Yeah.
So first would be Pablo Picasso. Second, I would choose one of my personal favorite architects, Le Corbusier. He was
shout out to Le Corbusier. Sorry.
Yeah, Le Corbusier, just a personal favorite. I think I just have a lot of questions. I think when you're looking at historical figures, biographies and documentaries never do justice. You want to get to know what was going on in their minds at that time. And again, he was just a game changer for modern architecture. So definitely would love to pick his brain, have a couple of drinks with him as well.
Soju.
And then for the last, soju?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, can't do soju.
No.
Pour up that brown liquor, you know what I'm saying? That Henny, sorry.
For the real one.
Brown poop, sorry.
What the?
The brown poop that you saw today.
What the?
All right, last one.
Last one, I would choose David Chang.
Who's that?
Super famous, or I guess he's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Korean-American restaurateurs right now. He did Momofuku. He has documentaries on Netflix like Ugly Delicious. He's featured a lot in a lot of food media and whatnot. And again, he's also just notorious for being super creative and integrating a lot of Korean recipes and influences in with the American culture and making it really approachable for Americans. While I see him like retaining a lot of the integrity of Korean culture and the flavors and the palettes and stuff like that. So
is he
with David
first gen or?
I think he's 1.5. I think he's still born in Korea, but his from what I can tell from his YouTube videos and stuff like that, his Korean's not very good.
Oh, I see.
But I mean, if I'm eating with David Chang Hyung, I gotta pour up a little soju, pour up a little makgeolli, make a little solmek.
Yeah.
And my food of choice would just be tacos. I think everyone likes tacos,
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a good question. Damn.
Tuesday.
All right. Second question for me. So imagine that you're not talking to anyone but just us three. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
No one else is listening to us.
Like right now?
What is something that you're proud of, but you can't really show it off to people because it'll make you seem cocky?
Something
I'm proud of?
Did you have something specific, or it can just be anything that I'm proud of?
Could be anything.
It's something that
could be anything that you're proud of, but you don't really like going out around saying it
because
it might make you look bad. Do you have anything like that?
So what you're saying is you have something that you are proud of that you don't want to share because it'll make you look bad. So now you're asking the question so that you can share that. No, I'm kidding.
I'll
to make me
let
look
you know
to make you look bad.
Not make you look bad, but it's
other people are gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's so arrogant." Like,
yeah, something like that. It's like.
But if I say it now, doesn't that make me arrogant? If other people are listening.
Yes, Brian, you arrogant motherfucker. You take that back.
Yeah, but I asked the question, so
yeah. No, it's good.
Let me see.
Something about myself that I'm proud of.
I mean, I think I'm
all right.
pretty humble.
Let me just start.
Yeah. You want to start?
So, back in university,
mm-hmm.
right? When you meet someone new, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the conversation starts with, school, right?
The superficial things.
Yeah, superficial things.
Yeah.
What do you study? And when I introduce myself, right?
Okay.
So when people look at me, they don't base, they don't match the dots where I attended a STEM-based school, studied a STEM-based program. And when I introduce myself and tell them that, they get really surprised. Or not everyone, but some people do. And I've kind of took that as something like, oh, I'm not a basic book cover. There's more to that, more to the cover more to the book than the cover. And when they have that response, I'm like, oh, like I try to act very humbly and modest, but in my deep heart, or when I'm thinking I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the shit, sorry.
You're like, oh man, isn't this 기분 아니야? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just, life,
Wait, so you're telling me you didn't go to a STEM-based school? That's crazy to me. Sorry.
What do you mean I did?
No, I'm saying you're like that to them.
No, they're like, I thought you studied liberal arts. I'm like, nope, I studied math. And they're like, wow, really?
They're like,
I'm like,
oh my
yeah,
God.
I mean, and then I store a little sprinkle saying like, yeah, everyone can do it if they try the best. But in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, bitch, that's who I am.
Okay.
Halfway through your answer, I was gonna say I don't think that would make people think, badly of you. And then I heard the other half, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if they knew what I was thinking,
yeah,
then they would probably. That's what I mean. It's like deep inside, I'm like a little evil. Okay.
Also, we're opening up, eh?
Interesting.
No, but it's. I think I actually became a lot humble when I went to New York because there's so many better people.
Oh yeah.
With like Ivy League schools under their belt.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Ivy
Can't
League
say shit anymore.
But I also think that education is not everything.
No, for sure too. That I agree. But I'm just saying, back when I was in university, right?
Yeah. I'll go next.
Sure. Yeah.
It's kind of weird because I don't think it's a trait that people like. I don't think people would look badly upon me if I had this, but maybe they're kind of like, what gives you the right kind of thing.
Okay.
But I think for me, one thing I'm really proud of about myself is I think I have the ability to read people as well as navigate conversations pretty effectively. And so I think in a way that allows me to get along with people very easily. And to me, it's very easy. It's very no effort. It comes very natural. And so that's something I'm very proud about myself. But I think maybe someone heard me say that, they might be like, yo, you're boring as fuck. And I'm like, damn, that was cold. But, like, I'll take that,
Do you ever not get along with people, Josh?
Yeah, of course. I think everyone has people they don't
I mean,
get
like
along
when
with.
you first meet them, though.
Okay, it's going to sound horrible, but there are some people, and again, it's no judgment on them. This is a judgment on me, I guess. But there are some people, when I just look at them, I just don't like them. And they might be a great person. And so like,
but everyone does
weird.
that, though.
Yeah, but it's like, for me, 99% of the time, I'm cool with anybody. I'm able to talk, have a conversation and engage, and I'm all good. But for that 1%, I don't know what it is. And there's no commonality in these people, but there are these 1% of people, when I look at them, it's either how they look or how they're looking at me or their energy or their personality or something. But like the 1%, it's just like something is off, and I just can't fuck with you. And I do have that.
Well, do you want to go into detail about that? Like how they look?
No, honestly, like it happens so infrequently that like I don't even know. But I know that there have been these tendencies. Like maybe once every 3 years, I run into somebody and I'm like, that person, like I don't fuck with that person for some reason. Like I just don't fuck with them.
When's the last time that happened?
So I went to Hawaii for a couple months to help out with some nonprofit stuff back in 2014. And while I was there was this other girl at that home base basically, and she was really nice. She was really kind, but there was something about her demeanor that really put me off. And it was like she had this very like I think it was there's like this kind of like aggression in her, like the way that she was like looking at me and stuff like that.
She got that bitch face.
And again, I got to know her. No, it's not bitch face, so it's different because there are people who have bitch faces. You know, it's common. You know, you walk around downtown Toronto, you'll see bare bitch faces. But it's something else. I don't know what it is, but there is that thing.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
No, I think that's fair. I think everyone has that. I think everyone has, you know, something that they like in terms of like first impression. Like if you grew up seeing people, let's say your dad or your mom has like naturally like furrowed eyebrows, then I think as you grow up, if you see people like that with furrowed eyebrows, you're gonna like them more than people with like maybe regular eyebrows.
Yeah.
So like Anthony Davis will like a lot of unibrow people.
It's just an example, but I think maybe it's just
no. I agree.
Kind of
I have people that I don't like that have certain tendencies.
Yeah. But it's like it's unusual for me. I think when that happens, because I'm like I like most people.
Bro, if you're like 99%, that's pretty good. Because, like, sometimes when I'm at work, man, like, I'm like, I do not want to fucking associate with this person at all.
Sorry, 99, as in, like, I'm able to tolerate 99%.
No, that's good. That's
the
good.
1%
I think
is
that's
intolerable.
good character for sure.
What about you, Brian?
I think even just this year, I felt this the most. But, like, I feel like I'm able to just live a more fulfilling and like driven, like purposeful life. So I feel like I kind of have an idea about like what I want to do, what I want to work towards. So I'm proud of my journey that I've been on for the past 6 months. Only 6 months ago, because before that I wouldn't say depressed, but I was pretty down. Like I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I just kind of felt stuck. But yeah, I'm proud of, you know, being able to just kind of go over that obstacle and just kind of have this momentum going for me right now. I don't know if people might view that as arrogance or whatever, but
maybe people be jealous.
Maybe I'll be jealous, but a
lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, I mean, I think goals and things like that always change, but as of right now, I think I know like what I want to do, and I don't know. I guess my day-to-day life is a bit more exciting and fulfilling than it was like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone could judge you for that.
I judge you, boring ass boy. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe. People might think that I'm boring.
No.
Nah.
That's good.
It's like maybe I should be like just having fun, like partying it up, you know what I mean? But
you can't. You're a boomer. It's against your laws.
Boomer detected.
My mentality has changed for sure. I think
boomer
partying can wait until later.
What?
Until what? You're 60?
Like in your 30s. I'd rather go to a party where you can network with successful, driven people than go to like a bar or a club and hook up with ratchet people with no goals and just, you know, that they just want to party every weekend, drink, get drunk and things like that. You know what I mean?
You don't have to. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. But
okay, now I judge you.
They're so extreme. You're saying like make productive relationships and network versus, you know, party with one night stand. Not saying nothing against one night stand, but like, you know, party against like ratchet people and who just want to do drugs and shit.
No, but I would prefer like that kind of atmosphere, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Yeah. Last question, boys. You know, this is actually pretty fun. If you had to get a tattoo from your most recent ex and you had to tattoo something on her or him, it's 2020, we don't judge. What do you think they would tattoo on you? and what would you want to tattoo on them? Boom. Most recent ex. And by ex, I mean like more serious relationship, not just like a ting or whatever.
What's yours? Do you have yours figured out?
No. Actually, yeah. It's what you think she would tattoo on you and what you would tattoo on her, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I think, my ex and I, we talked about tattoos and stuff because she had quite a bit. So she gave me a couple ideas and she was like, if she could tattoo me, she would draw a small, little, cozy little house. What the?
You set yourself up for that one.
Dude, you set yourself up.
What do you mean? We're fucking 3-inch gang. Let's go, baby. Packing heater, packing nothing at all, bro.
No.
All right, let me segue that back up. So she would she said, I from what I think, I think she'd probably tattoo like a little house or family because she knows that that's really important to me. And then for me, I guess I would tattoo bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine? She likes wine?
She likes wine?
Yeah. Drank a lot of wine.
Okay.
Simple. Clean, simple designs. What about you, Andrew? Or Brian?
For me, I would tattoo on myself. She would probably tattoo the Pokemon coughing. You guys know what that is?
Coughing, yeah.
Why?
Because I was probably, I guess it's both sides has its own story, but I think that relationship was pretty toxic.
Damn.
Yeah. So she'll probably draw the coughing right between my ass cheeks.
So when you fart, it's like coughing. And I'll be like,
what would I tattoo on her?
Coughing.
The evolved form of coughing.
Fucking wheezing.
I don't know. I'll probably. I don't know. I would probably want her just like a picture of a dove or something. Just want her to, find herself and be happy.
So she's gonna tattoo coughing on your ass, and you're gonna tattoo a dove on her? Damn, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't see the point in keeping any anger or things like that afterwards.
Yeah.
I just wish we were just not a good fit, and I'm sure there's a guy out there for her that'll appreciate her for who she is, and I want her to be happy, and I want me to be happy, and she probably wants me to be happy too, right?
Facts. Andrew, what about you?
I think I would tattoo a cigarette on her.
Where?
And she would tattoo a weed joint on me. Because she introduced me to regular smoking, which I did for a little bit, and I introduced her to weed.
Sounds like a perfect
match.
Cute, actually. Yeah. Sounds like a perfect match.
But
sounds like you guys are still together. Sorry.
Are you guys still together?
What?
Sorry.
Maybe she thinks she's sorry. I don't know.
What the?
I'm gonna say something stupid.
Yeah. That was good. We should do that again.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's interesting.
Alright guys, so if you guys enjoyed this episode, you know what to do. Send us a like, leave a comment, follow us on our socials, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Hope you guys enjoy this one.
I'll catch you guys next time.